So Martelli's an invention company, and one of the things that we've been doing is creating templates that have the Get a Grip material on the back. And it's stuff that we come up with, it's stuff that customers come to us with, and this is one that I came up with. This is called a round off. A round off, these are nested templates. They're made of 3 different templates. Here's our small round off. I've got a medium round off, and I've got my large round off. These round offs have radiuses right up here, radii, radius. 1.0, this is a 2.5, down here it's a 1.5, a 2.0. So the idea of this is when you're doing a baby bib, when you're doing the Burp cloths, when you're doing purses, when you're doing whatever, doggy beds, you're doing a quilt, sometimes we go to the kitchen, we get a bowl or a plate, and we use it to round off our corners when we don't want to put a binding on or we don't want to do mitered corners. The problem is if we use some other tool, that tool isn't going to be the same radius as this over here, and it's not going to end up being the same here, not the same over here. So I came up with the round offs, and the way the round offs work is we've got the 3 sizes. You decide which size you want based on the radius. Bigger projects, we're going to choose the bigger round off, the large round off. Smaller projects, we're going to choose the smaller one. So you've got choices. So I'm going to get these 2 out of the way, and before we actually start the round off, we want to square off. All of our squaring off is going to be done with our ruler, the no slip strip ruler, the 1/2 inch ruler, the 16-inch ruler, whatever ruler you want to use. This ruler, because of our Get a Grip, I can square this off. Once that's squared off, then we're going to choose that round off, and we decide which radius we want. I'm going to choose the 1.5. When I place this on my project, what I want to do is line up my straight edges of the round off template with the straight edges of my fabric. I've got a laminated fabric here. This is that oilcloth fabric. So you can do those cute little lunch bags and all those things with this as well. What we don't want to do is cut in front of us here. We want to cut where our shoulder is. And when I go to cut, I'm going to cut and just turn. I'm going to lift my template, go to the next. I want to remember 1.5. I'll turn that fabric and bring this template so that's again right in front of me. Line up your straight edges with the straight edges of the fabric, and when I go to cut, I'm good. Now you need to place it so that you can see. That one here was just a little bit further away, so place it so you can see. That's the whole point of being able to cut in front of us. Move to the next side, line that 1.5 radius up to the straight edges, those sides, and when we go to cut, again, I'm doing my 3rd side. And we'd finish up on our 4th side, and we've got consistent radius, radii, whatever you want to call it. So now I can make a cute little whatever out of this fabric.